Hi, it's Gil. Welcome to Burkland Gardens. Today we're out at the entrance to the nursery, and we've got the sign behind me right here, and we're going to do a walkthrough on the nursery. I might mention a few things as we walk back towards the nursery and just point out a few things. Let's get started on that. And before we do that, I'm just going to point out something. It's a really cool tree. I'm going to walk back here, and Max will follow me. There was the few trees that have come out in this area right here. Um, this is a type of elderberry that has variegated leaves, and I don't know if this is coming from the understock, but you can see it's all starting to grow up. All the the multi trunks down here we've cut off, so this we'll probably deal with this sooner than later if we don't want this growing up. We have power lines right above us here, so there's a issue. Was a large beech stump. There is a large beech stump back there, beech tree, and it was up into the power lines, and um, so that's been removed, and and then numbers of other trees down the way. So let's get started with a little tour of the nursery, and then um, and we'll show you around. So about 2 months ago, I started advertising the nursery was going to close, and I used Facebook Marketplace as my main marketing tool, and people have been coming out, and I've been discounting the plants, 20%, now 25%, sometimes even a little bit more than that. And that's been working really well here at the nursery to reduce the inventory, because I'm going to start closing down, the majority of the plants that are, larger plants, 2 gallon, 5 gallon, and we're just going to do some online sales. We're going to pass by those type of plants. I've shown them before, but I'll show you what they look like again, and I'll have some more of that inventory coming in. There'll be videos coming along on that starting in August, and to give you a preview, and we'll have availability, and that's the plan. So hopefully we stick with that. So up in this part of the nursery where people usually start, and I tell them most of the plants now have been condensed into this area. I've got a couple of shelves here with plants, and there's some ground covers and some hostas, and I've got this Japanese maple. My neighbor down the street, he's a grower and wholesaler, and he has these and some lace. This is blood good, and he has Crimson Queen and lots of other material, but I don't bring too much in because we focus on the conifers here, and I like to have some Japanese maples. But so with that, we kind of move into mostly the conifers. Got a trident maple sitting on the shelf here, different different types of pines. Um, we've got a black pine called Horny Brookiana. There's some Bosnian pines, Japanese white pines, a couple different ones, some spruces, Colorado blue spruces, all cultivars that have different growth rates. So those are, I'm not going to go through each one and have a description on it, but I just want to have it out there and show what we still have available. There's lots of holes right now, and as we kind of pan around a little bit to this side over here, you can see a box that's completely empty over here, that all the plants have been sold out of that, and there was a row of shade trees right in front of that um, they've been sold this week, and some Stewardias that were in the field there, they're sold now. I moved the large black pine over in this area, and it's been posted for sale. Um, so still plenty of plants left for sale, and I'm gonna stop having open hours for the next couple months and open up around Labor Day, but I'm still open by appointment, and people can schedule. I'm usually here and available to meet with anybody that wants to come by. But again, some of the young plants that we're going to have available for sale, they're in these band pots. They're 2-year grafts, and you can just see the nice color blend. They have different growth rates. There's some miniatures. There's some weeping, and things that have gold and blue. So really nice. I got a little grouping of um, ground covers in here as well. I do have a Dave's Choice Mugo pine. Sure like that one. So I just want to point out this Japanese maple. that I had sold this week, but the deal fell through, and I'm gonna actually gift it to Max. So he puts in a lot of hours here, kind of just helping me out with the videos, and um, so it's gonna be a gift. Look at a lot of seeds on it, Max. So you might get those germinated this year. I think there's some up top there too, but nice variegated color with the green and the white. And in our climate, usually I think you can take full sun, but if had afternoon shade, it would be, you know, good. But I don't think it's absolutely necessary. So, what a beautiful tree! So many different cultivars of Japanese maples out there. And then just our different raised benches. I've been moving things from the back more forward as things begin to sell. So firs, pines, spruces, through this area here. More pines here. One of my favorites, the Mugo Jacobson. Um, has a nice thick branch and dark color. Only grows 2 to 3 inches a year. Number of green penguins, another top choice of mine as far as my favorites. Sometimes I forget that I have trees that will get a little bit larger. So these trees are available for screening. It's Vanderwoof's Pyramid. It's a Rocky Mountain pine, Pinus flexilis, and has a nice blue cast to it, a type of white pine with that white underside. So this is a really nice tree, and it has some nice growth here this year. So, but you want to give it. It's not like you wouldn't want to put it in your yard in a place that close to a house or in a small yard situation. You want it, if you have a little bit of property and want some screening, you can put that in, but it will get fairly large. Columnar, but still going to be 20, 30 feet wide possibly. So kind of moving over this area, we have the larch bed I'm almost out of. They've been popular. I've got one Dawn Redwood silhouette left, and that's um, a really nice tree, and some just different pines in this area, and a few things in the ground here, and so and the spruce area, this was all filled up, and they're selling out right now. A few more spruces in the bed right here, a few ginkgos at the back, the firs. The Korean fir icebreaker is been really popular the last month or so. It seemed like it wasn't selling too many, but with the new growth in there, it just have that really nice silver look to them. Um, you know, they just, I think it's a top plant. It's plant, I would say, must-have plant. Firs don't do well in the southeast, but um, because of the heat and humidity. But in other areas, they do quite well. Up in the Pacific Northwest, for sure. So moving along with the nursery here, I'm over to my right here. We had a bed full of plants that I had in the ground. I dug one up for a customer. There was a few rhododendrons in there, which are not something I typically grow and have a lot available. But I dug all those out and sold a few of them, and there's a few still available. But then I put this into wood chips just to keep the weeds down, and I'll go ahead and leave this bed in. These trees right here. These are mostly trees that I grafted a few years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, and um, keep put some wood chips in this area to keep the weeds down in this area. Greenhouse is empty right now, right behind me. And then we've got this area of ginkgos I need to go through and weed. And we looked at the firs, and I don't know if any of you remember, but I had a large 40, 45-year-old tree over here, the little weeping arborvitae. It left the property this week. It was in a container of about 200 gallon size. So that's gone. And so things are just progressing as far as making it to the Labor Day sale and having another sale. And there will be my friend has um, some really nice conifers that are 12 to 20 years old available, and I'm going to have them here because he doesn't have a place to to sell them. So that will be an addition to, I'll bring a few hundred of those in as well, and they're really nice. So if you're watching this video on local and want something for your landscape, that'll be a good time to come down and get those. So we're gonna close out this video, and then we'll have some postings coming through the summer, hopefully weekly, and then we'll get into making available our new grass for the fall. So appreciate you watching, and I appreciate all the good comments, and I just want to say thanks to Max for helping out, and my son has done so much work, and then we're going to have a second video coming up about all the trees that we've had to take out here. So anyway, thanks for watching. Bye for now. So in closing, I have my friend Gennaro here. He's a landscape contractor, and he is, a licensed contractor. I wanted to kind of put that out there that he works in the Mount Vernon area. How far do you go when you travel? How far would you go for a landscape job?
I work in Anacortes.
Anacortes?
And I work in the Camino.
Okay.
I work in Seattle too.
You do go to Seattle?
Yeah.
You did some concrete work in Seattle, didn't you?
I work in concrete and stone, natural stone, and I do the wall and the landscaping.
Yeah, so he does some hardscaping, concrete, walls, and some patios, some natural stone, and different things. So I've known Gennaro for over 3 years, maybe 3 or 4 years probably. And sometimes he'll come and get a plant from me for a job, but he also has he's trying to start his own little nursery as well. So I just want to put that out there. Name of your company is
New Horizon.
New Horizon.
The number is 360-540-9699.
A good friend here, and kind of come around, and if we can help promote, if you're needing a contractor to do some maintenance or some construction, he's a good guy to know, and so I can recommend him highly. As far as you want to always check your contractors out. But I would give him my endorsement. So thanks, Gennaro, for coming on the channel today, and I hope you get some work out of that, because he's supporting his family with this kind of landscape business. So anyway, until next time, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.